Why hello everyone, Spencer here, also known as ScreenSpeak, and it's a brand new day. So in today's video, this is my Spider-Man brand new day spoiler review. So without further ado, let's discuss. Alright everyone, this one, as you can see here, I got one of my favorite shirts on right now, from Spider-Man No Way Home. This was such a treat to witness, right? All three Spider-Mans coming in together with their past movie villains, Dr. Octopus, Willem got Alfred Molina, Doc Ock, Willem Dafoe, Green Goblin, Sandman coming back, Lizard, Electro getting redeemed, Andrew Garfield getting redeemed. And now this movie, directed by Destin Daniel Cretton, who directed Shang-Chi. Love that movie. Shang-Chi, Fantastic Four First Steps, and Thunderbolts were all in my top 10 MCU films. Yes. That is correct. That is how I feel about those movies. I think all of them are top-notch. Shang-Chi was very special. Like Shang-Chi, Black Panther, Thunderbolts, and Fantastic Four is what I loved about early Marvel. And Fantastic Four, like I said in my spoiler review for that movie, it felt like the Fantastic Four movie I've always wanted. And growing up with the Fantastic Four World's Greatest Heroes animated show, I'm so I couldn't be happier with that film. It didn't make as much money. Thunderbolts didn't either, but Shang-Chi and all three of those movies I loved. Now this one, same director. Here's my thoughts. Now I will be doing a full Spider-Man ranking, recording that after this video, uploading that for Friday. But how I feel about this movie, by the way, go check out the vlog I did with my friend. It's about 30 minutes, it's about 24 minutes. I had to cut it down. It was like 36 minutes of footage. And I had to cut it down, and I was like, there's too much. We were talking about video games and other Spider-Man. So I wish I could upload the bonus footage. I don't know. I have it, but it was great to talk with him after the movie. And we talked about a bunch of stuff, and we have a 24-minute vlog. Please click the link up above. But I have like so many thoughts about this movie that... but like I said, I'm gonna make a Spider-Man ranking. So if you want to know like where it lies, my where it specifically fits in my Spider-Man ranking, I was gonna do all 9 live-action movies until I saw somebody else's, other people's rankings, and they're including the animated Spider-Verse movies. I'm like, what, am I a weirdo because I love those movies? It was one of my favorite movies of all time. I'm like, nah, I gotta put those in the ranking. And as a Spider-Man lover, I will be doing that. So. Yeah, so come back Friday to stay tuned for that video. But I really enjoy this movie. I think it works on every level. However, nothing will touch the love I have for this movie. And the cinematic event that was this movie, No Way Home. 5 years ago, if you would have said to me, "Hey, Jean Grey would be in the next Spider-Man movie," I would have been like, huh? Why? She works in this movie. I cannot imagine. Again, this is a spoiler review, so you've been spoiled. And she's been rumored for the past year since she was announced to be cast. I love that Sadie Sink is Jean Grey. Like, absolutely love it. If anybody... Like, we now have 3 people from Stranger Things in the MCU, and all of them play their characters amazing. Like, after this one movie, she plays it brilliantly. Joseph Quinn is Johnny Storm, Human Torch. I am in all the Fantastic Four are great, but this one I can't them having a true mutant. Like, yes, Miss Marvel, they mentioned mutation. Yes, Namor, they mentioned mutation. There were some random mutants in She-Hulk, but that show wasn't the best. Whatever, I enjoyed it, but not the best to everyone. So, and they had Professor X in Multiverse of Madness, Deadpool, and Wolverine, whatever have you. But now we get this. We get Jean Grey. And I'm super thrilled. And I think in a Spider-Man movie, because you introduce X-Men in the next phase, or the next, the next saga, the Mutant Saga after Secret Wars, and them having Jean Grey in a very popular movie, like a very popular icon like Spider-Man, brilliant. I loved it. Now, my biggest issue coming out of the movie was Punisher. I love the Punisher show. Like Jon Bernthal, I don't have an issue with him. I think he works well as the character in this Spider-Man movie. I have an issue with him in the movie, but before I say that, going in, I made a short called my issue with Yeah. So it was like my issue with Punisher and Brand New Day, and it's talking about my review for the Punisher One Last Kill, and I wasn't a big fan of it. There's a whole comment section. Please, if you're if you're a fan of mine, please go look at the comments on that because it's ridiculously stupid. I couldn't believe one guy was just like, "Please keep your opinion," and I'm like, "I'm sharing my opinion, okay? If your opinion is that you liked it, I could say the same thing to you." However, I didn't like that because it was just like the show was its own thing, and it felt like continuing or kind of retconning the show while still being the show. Didn't get it. And then this movie doesn't even do anything to say, hey, remember the special presentation? This is the same Punisher, because it's a completely different Punisher. So we're just kind of here with that Spider-Man and Punisher have known each other. Something happened on Staten Island, and I'm like, my dad saw the movie and he's like, he asked me, I'm like, did you notice something? I'm like, I have no clue. I have no clue. I was confused. And honestly, though, they should have done something different, because at the end of the movie, when Punisher is like up here, like up over a rooftop, like ready to shoot Jean, and then accidentally shoot Spider-Man because Spider-Man's saving Jean, great moment. Then you get Punisher walking into the hospital carrying Spider-Man, it referencing the comic art, beautiful, genius. I mean, I loved it. And then Punisher wearing the Spider-Man mask when Peter walks out, awesome, loved it. I just wish they had done the Punisher, like the introduction, differently. Like they had met for the first time, there was a flashback, would have been better. And I didn't like that they did that. One of the reasons I like, well, I'll explain it in my ranking, but like No Way Home, it just has more emotion, more, satisfaction, more, because of the build-up from Homecoming and Far From Home and the resolution. I like, yes, they lose their memories at the end of No Way Home, but there's something there that's kind of final to me. And this movie, yes, it's an introduction, it's a brand new day. One thing is, I think that there's certain elements of this movie, Jean, it works. I could talk about this movie forever, man. It's a Spider-Man movie. You get Jean, it doesn't feel crowded. I know people say it felt crowded. I think Hulk works in there. The Hulk scene is beautiful. It's Rage Hulk again. I don't like trying to have nitpicks. Again, it's a Spider-Man movie, and I'm not trying to say it feels crowded, but I think that's another thing about No Way Home that I love. They're bringing back the villains. They're doing this. They're bringing back the other Spider-Man, the other villains, and Homecoming, yes, it has Iron Man. People don't like it for whatever reason, but I like the Vulture, and I like that sound. I like the soundtracks that build up in each of them. This one, I feel like the soundtracks are a little bit more melancholy, and I'm gonna have to watch Brand New Day again, know where it sits. So, I like Jean Grey. Like I keep saying I like Jean Grey. I like Jean Grey. Another thing is, here's another negative. Let's just talk about the negatives. The Scorpion and the Hand. I think another thing, Daredevil. Like, I have positives for the future. I have positives. Okay. I think the Hand being taken over, the Hand / Scorpion being taken over. I think the final act with the Hand, along with the action throughout the movie, is gorgeous. I think it works for the necessity of the third act. I mean, Jean Grey, manipulating all the people is fine. It works well, and like the contortionism is beautiful. Like, that's well done. The cinematography is great. The action is great. The web slinging, like the Jackie Chan stunt team. I loved it, and I love I don't hate the score, the soundtrack by Michael Giacchino. I love him, love it. I think it works well in the movie. I like it a lot. And like I said, the action's great, Hulk and all this. I mean, Punisher's, like, the dialogue is fantastic. I just wish we got more Scorpion. I've been waiting for 9 years since the end credit scene of Homecoming for a Scorpion, hoping he was the big bad, and he's not. That kind of is lackluster disappointment for me. And when Jean is your main villain, like your heavy, like that's what you're going for. And let me say one more thing. Jean's backstory, really heartbreaking. Like losing her sister. I mean, like, she's lost a brother. Her actress, her character. Sadie Sink actress is known for her characters losing a sibling. It's heartbreaking in this, and I do want to know more from other mutants, like their backstory, like how, like Tremel Tillman's character, Mr. Milkshake from Severance in this. being the guy at in charge of damage control who just doesn't like hates mutants, is there to find out what their power is and all that. It is a crazy character, and I loved him in this. And that's another thing I want to see more of, how they expand that in the mutant saga. And after this, continuing this this new Tom Holland Spider-Man trilogy, I would love to see, Hobgoblin, Mr. Negative, a Kingpin, Tombstone. We already got Tombstone cameo. I loved it. Tombstone cameo, Boomerang, Ramrod, Boomerang, little montage, and I would love to see Kingpin and Hammerhead or something in like a Mr. Negative Hobgoblin movie. That would be fun. Now, those are the 4 villains I would love to see, like a Daredevil, Spider-Man team up taking on Kingpin and Hammerhead. That would be awesome. Like in the Spider Noir level of Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. My friend and I, Alex, were after the movie, were saying, oh, what about Venom, the little symbiote at the end? This is my thoughts on that. I don't want them to do Venom in a movie, in this trilogy. I think, like I said, Kingpin, next movie, Kingpin and Hammerhead with a Daredevil Spider-Man team up. Then third movie is Spider-Man taking on Mr. Negative or other friends like Jean Grey or whoever the hell. Mr. Negative, main bad, and Hobgoblin. Ned turns into Hobgoblin. That's what I think would be awesome. They better not do Venom in this new trilogy. They better just have Black Suit Spider-Man in. Now, if they want to do Venom, go for it. Like, fingers crossed, it's awesome. But just to have the Black Suit Spider-Man in Secret Wars, because I'm over. I loved Eddie Brock, Topher Grace in Spider-Man 3. I think it's peak. I mean, I like Tom Hardy's Venom. The first one's great. The second one is awesome. And the third one is just absolutely atrocious. Like, what did you do? You're tearing me apart. But I don't like it. I don't like it. It's disgusting. So I think they've wasted Venom. And even from No Way Home, like, the No Way Home post-credit scene is great, like, leaving the symbiote there. But then when you do the scene again in 3, like, repeat the scene differently in Venom The Last Dance, it's like, okay, what are we doing? So, not a big fan. But I don't know what they're doing with Venom. But that's all to say, I love this movie. I think the action is great. My biggest critique is just Scorpion not having enough screen time and his mind being taken over. That's an oh well. But, yeah. So, again, I'm going to have a Spider-Man ranking. Just want to let you know that. Like, I don't want to say, like, where, like, in this video, I don't want to spoil my ranking. But it was a really good theater experience. I think it is incredible, very impressive, the amount as made in the box office right now, as of now, and maybe it could cross $2 billion, and that makes, like, I think everyone should be excited for Doomsday. My excitement is even higher when I keep hearing about Doomsday and all this sort of stuff. My dad got to see the Doomsday trailer. I mean, it's already online, but saw the Doomsday trailer before the movie, and me and my friend didn't. Just annoying. But anyway, I love this movie. I don't think that there was like John Campea. I watched. He talked about the inhibitor was nonsense, and anyone could create it, and it was a big nitpick for him. And I don't know. I don't have like an egregious issue with it. I thought it was cool to see Peter Parker struggle at life, his friends, the scene where they were building Legos, that was emotional. I mean, there's all the sort of things trying to get, back with his friends, and at the end, with the, when he does the handshake with Ned, that was like, oh, so good, and emotional, and then the end credit scene, like, what is that teasing? Is it teasing Miles? Is it teasing Peter, or, Toby, or Andrew coming into Secret Wars? Does it tease just Tom Holland himself going into Battle World, like Doom captures him? I don't know. Those are the 3 possibilities I have. But let me know what you think of Spider-Man Brand New Day. There are so many things to talk about. I mentioned a lot, and I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I love Jean, I love Hulk, Rage Hulk again, Scorpion, seeing Scorpion in this movie, all the villain cameos. But that leads me to one more thing. All the villain cameos, let's say Tombstone, Boomerang, Ramrod, shoot, I lost it. Boomerang, Tarantula, Ramrod, Tombstone, Scorpion, right? Already established, like after No Way Home, we've had Vulture, Mysterio, we had Vulture, Tinker, Shocker, Mysterio, the nostalgia villains. Now these villains, like 5 of these villains in this movie, besides Jean Grey, not a Spider-Man villain, was standing. We could have Kingpin Hammerhead, Mr. Negative, Ned turn into Hobgoblin. It's a little weird. My friend doesn't like that idea. I'd rather see Ned turn into Hobgoblin than I would Flash turn into Agent Venom. That's all I'm going to say. But let me know what you think with all that stuff down, guys. By the way, let me know what you thought of all that, of my review, of my theories down in the comment section below. And stay tuned because I will be making my Spider-Man ranking video this Friday in the future on Friday. So be sure to look out for that. It'll come out at 8 a.m. like I normally schedule my videos for. So if you're up in the morning, whatever you are, it's at 5 o'clock somewhere. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe. Be sure to check it out. I totally just interrupted my thought. If it's 5 o'clock somewhere and whatever, watch it. But don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, stay tuned for what I got coming up. And as always, guys, don't forget to keep calm, watch the screen. Peace out, everyone. Bye.